Apparently, Myron Gaines is currently beefing with Mike Rashid, which is particularly interesting because they used to collaborate together. Now, this post from Myron comes after Mike Rashid talked ill on his name publicly on the Bradley Martin podcast. We're going to get into that in a quick second. But let's read what Myron had to say. I used to have respect for Mike Rashid. I didn't realize he is this sensitive. I wasn't going to address this, but now he is running around lying on my name for clout since no one checks for him anymore. People are snakes on YouTube. Now, again, a couple of years ago, they used to do content. I actually remember Mike Rashid's introduction on the Fresh and Fit podcast from a collaboration perspective. And I remember it because it didn't go over well with the Fresh and Fit audience. Many described him as blue pill, and he's like, what the hell is all this pill shit? He just didn't know based off of the things that he was talking about. And I also remember it because after that, he made a response video to what happened to him on a podcast, and I actually responded to that. You'll see right here, 3 years ago, 256,000 views. Title of the video, Mike Rashid disrespects Red Pill after attending Fresh and Fit podcast. Let's get active. Almost 10,000 likes, and I think this was back in like 2021. So this is in the beginning stages of Fresh and Fit's rise to fame or infamy. I'll leave a link to this down in the description box down below in case you want to see the conversation at that time. I also remember this Mike Rashid appearance accompanied by Sneeko and DJ Academics, where DJ Academics and a little bit of Sneeko was coming at this girl over here for just no apparent reason, thus leading to Mike Rashid getting up and walking up out the studio. She has a point.
This shit is
What's up?
The LGBTQ community will only jump in if you admit you a nigga. Are you a nigga or are you a girl? If you a nigga, they'll hop in.
Oh, he's leaving.
They will hop in because you're talking about them. You're talking about trans.
Yeah, he didn't want to be there no more.
It's a no-no. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it.
Now, this was probably the beginning of the end of their relationship. He just didn't want to be involved in what some people perceive as a hate podcast. And just watching the antics that was condoned here, I can understand why people will come to that conclusion, especially because this woman didn't do anything to deserve this type of anger and aggression.
I had to check somebody the other day over that. The dude Myron Fresh and Fit.
What happened?
I just seen a post. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, what was the post?
Talking about
intentionally disrespecting black women for no reason.
How black women are the lowest on the totem pole of attractiveness to him. I mean, black women wouldn't even look at you, but whatever. But also, this fool had like he did research on the weirdest statistics that are hardest to deal with in customer service. And why would you even research? Like, what? Who conducted that study? For one, it's bullshit. Anyway, so I checked. I said, bro, you are a very interesting person. I've never met a person like you. I didn't think people like you existed, being black and hating himself so much, right? Because he shits on black people so much. He wears the Ku Klux Klan hood, like it's just goofy. It's like, bro, they don't like you. A white racist dude will use you, but he don't respect you. And you a man, you a beast with no nation. So I told him, I DM'd him because I don't have his number. I got a new phone. I said, I'm very disappointed at you. I wasn't disrespectful. And he reported, I did a post when I mentioned it, said nothing disrespectful about him. He reported it, got my shit taken off of Instagram, got me blocked from doing lives for 30 days.
No.
It's like, bro, you the one who talk about people doing this to you.
Yeah. There's no way.
Yes.
You sure his fans didn't just do it?
Whatever.
Because I feel like I know Myron enough that he is, although people don't agree with him, I know him enough to believe at least what he tells me, what I've seen. And even on off-camera conversations that he's not the one for, well, let's take it away and let's censor it. Had to be his fans.
Maybe, but listen.
Because I would be shocked. I'd be shocked.
Maybe he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Right? But it happened after that post. And that post wasn't even crazy, right?
Yeah.
But why is his friends on my shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess
so whatever.
So first off, I guess that's what Myron is referring to when he's talking about the lies, asserting that he got his page taken down after he had comments or a DM to him. It's probably the lie that Myron is talking about. But the main point up for consideration that Mike is bringing up right here is, why is Myron so focused on the black community when it's clear that you hate the black community? And why post so negatively? Here's my perspective on it, is that if you go up on Myron's Twitter, he's inflammatory towards literally every group, every race, every color, every religion, he's critical towards everything. But it's one thing to be critical about somebody from the outside looking in versus being critical from the inside looking out. Meaning, if you're on the inside looking out at something, you have some vested interest into improving the community around you. Although Myron is black, I don't think that he views himself in that manner. So he's from the outside looking in. So he doesn't come from a place of trying to fix a community out of love. He comes at it from a perspective of just making fun of or just highlighting the negative aspects about a community. And because of that, he's going to receive a lot of criticism from people within the black community, whether or not they agree with the things that he's saying or not agree with the things that he's saying. A perfect example of what I'm talking about is Charleston White. Charleston White talks very negatively about the black community. I mean, I would argue probably worse so than what Myron does, but the difference is that Charleston White has the background, the resume, his community service acts, creating programs in school, right? Like he has the background to talk about this in a way that lets you know that he's from the inside of the community. He talks ill on it, but sometimes you have to talk ill onto something in order for the holes in it to be exposed. Or even from my example, I uploaded a video about a week ago, and the title of that video, and I agree, it's rage baiting, is why black women are the least desired. But if you watch the content of that video, the purpose was to separate a certain type of a black woman that goes unchecked, that happens to be the loudest, most unmarriageable versions of that. Therefore, the good ones will also get that image, that branding, that stereotype, because the loud, obnoxious ones get roam free, unchecked. I got a lot more to say about this, but let's just keep listening.
But anyway, nonetheless, now, I don't respect that at all. I found that highly disrespectful, right?
The removal or the conversation piece?
What he was saying about black women.
Black women.
Right.
I found the dude who posted it highly disrespectful, Sean Kelly, because the caption was stupid. It was like, what ethnic group are the hottest? But it's only a caption about shitting on black women.
Well,
right?
There's also something to
trolling.
say, like, this type of conversation is
It's
just
low
like,
level. Why are y'all talking about that?
Yeah,
Why is that important?
It's also just sensational to cause algorithm.
And this is what
that's all he's doing it for.
These wonderful people out here.
Myron would not be posting most of the things that he's posted up on Twitter that are considered inflammatory in nature if he wasn't already demonetized off of YouTube. Can't make money off of YouTube anymore. It's just a marketing platform from them now as opposed to a revenue generating platform. So now if their main platforms are Rumble and X, they can say those things. You're dealing with platforms that have way less ad dollars because they allow much more controversial forms of speech. And to trigger those algorithms over there, you have to be a master in troll and rage bait.
Like, elevate your conversation, elevate the content that you're listening to. Why do you want to sit and listen to that filth? You know what I'm saying? Just men talking about how ugly women are. You feel me? But I think his content is problematic altogether. Like, I used to like them, right? Until I start learning more and more, hearing more and more of their shit. I had to walk off of their show before. I'm like, this is stupid. Like, what are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? Disrespecting. Look, I was trying to act with decorum because what I wanted to do was—
You were trying to what?
Act with decorum, with respect.
Okay, got you.
But when I was on it last time, I was ready to turn up. Matter of fact, if you watch, I got up to leave, and I'm like, nah, because they started getting loud. Like, nah, I want some smoke. And you see, I sat down, I grabbed the mic, I pulled it closer to me, like, you know what I'm saying?
What?
And when they would say shit, I'm like, no, she ain't. I'm sorry, I'm trying to agitate them. But everybody got calm when I was there, right? But I shut this shit down like, yo, this shit's stupid.
This is on the internet somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
I said, I need to cut this shit. Like, and I walked off, right? So, and I don't watch their shit because it's redundant, right? The people, now, does he say some cool shit about investing and working out? Sure, right? But you say a lot of volatile shit about women in general. You have women that are not the most intelligent women that you have on there, and you ask them, name 5 countries. Why? Why are you doing that? I get it. It makes them look silly. You get a lot of views. That's just low-level shit. I don't need to participate. I don't want to be in that kind of environment. I can't be friends with people like that. That's just not dope.
I hear it.
I don't give a fuck. Okay, you made some money. Who gives a fuck? You got to pay for pussy. Y'all are on gigolo sites, or what is it called?
Sugar daddy,
the dude that
sugar daddy sites.
Sugar daddy sites. What are you talking about, bro?
What do you mean they're on sugar daddy
They're on
sites?
sugar daddy, like on those kind of like dating sites.
Like they are?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
It's on the internet.
They said
Like
it.
they're
yeah.
like, I'm a
It's
sugar
on the
daddy.
internet.
Like
bro.
I'm a sugar daddy.
People have exposed them to being, and then they be like, oh, yeah, no, we got game. They don't get nothing from us. We'll fuck them, and that's it. That's a flex, my boy. That's a flex.
I didn't even know there was fucking sites like that.
Me either. But is that a flex? You're bragging about that, my boy?
I
Walter, you wear jewelry, like you gotta. bro, you look stupid.
Oh, now you're going.
Here's the thing, and this is my advice to Mike. It's unsolicited as hell because he's his own man. He's going to do his own thing. The thing is, the reason why so many people are coming at him right now, and I think it's the way that he's describing this, I think that there's a way to call people out, but also not be viewed as sensitive within that. It seems like he's taking umbrage in protection of without allowing a discussion of the validity of the things that are being said. For example, one of the things that Mike is annoyed from Myron is when he was talking about black people and service within the U.S. And listen, I'm in Georgia right now, right? As a black man, I have to expect if I go to not a predominantly black-owned establishment, there is more than likely going to be CP time. There's more than likely going to be like some type of service-oriented something that's not quite up to the standards of what I normally am expecting. Now, here's the thing. I can have a conversation and talk to someone about this, not in a way to try to chastise for sake of chastising, to laugh at and to troll and to bring down, but like, can we have an honest conversation that super high degrees of consistent service is something that black people need improvement on? Shit, I remember Keith Lee went and did a review on a spot in Atlanta and complained about these same things and damn near got canceled from the internet because he brought up something that is an actual occurrence. That happens. Keith Lee postpones food tour amidst Atlanta controversy. Drama ensued after Lee shared on multiple occasions that his dining experience in Atlanta had more to do with customer service rather than food. This man talked about food customer service within Atlanta, and it got up until threats being directed at him as well as his family. But nevertheless, I understand components of what Mike Rashid is saying, because while Keith Lee can say something from a component of being within a community, I think it's clear that Myron doesn't view himself as a part of that same community. Let's finish up.
You wear jewelry, like you gotta, bro, you look stupid.
Oh, now you're going at Fresh.
I don't like neither one of them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. I have zero respect for them. I saw Fresh not long ago, and I know he felt my energy. I was just being cool with his little fucking dog, little Pomeranian. Why would a man have a Pomeranian?
Oh man, don't hate.
Why would you have a Pomeranian, bro?
Damn, Mike.
What the fuck are you doing with a Pomeranian?
The dog, but is he just like the dog? The dog's a nice dog.
It can't do nothing but shit.
I know. I mean,
there's no utility to a Pomeranian.
I got some cool dogs,
but annoy you.
But I love dogs, man.
You have a Pomeranian?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got beasts. Yeah. That's what a man's supposed to have.
I get it, but dogs, man, just leave the dog out of it.
A dog is supposed to be a guard dog.
Yeah, I know.
Protection.
He liked the dog.
Pomeranian is not a thing.
Maybe it was a gift. Maybe the girl.
It's not.
It's fine.
A man getting a dog like that, two things come to mind, either homosexual, and I'm not saying that Fresh is that, but the other thing that come to mind is that he got a dog like that to impress the women that he then invites over, which is wild if you think about it. Somehow the cuteness of the dog is going to translate into him getting butt. Is it a strategic move? You be the judge.
I think he do that to attract women.
Oh,
whatever.
You said it right there.
That's the game.
I don't know, whatever the fuck. But I do not respect them. It's as simple as that.
Say what you say, man.
If they want to have a conversation, we can have a conversation.
I'm sure they'll respond to it.
They might see me in some situations, and you know what I'm saying? I'm always going to be comfortable.
Come on. Don't
they
go
might
there.
be uncomfortable.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Don't
go there.
You see how that's injured.
All right.
You can't draw a line.
I think that's the rest of his comments. It seems like Mike Rashid wants to pull up on both Fresh and Fit for a conversation. And I think, shit, have at it. Why not? I think it'd be a complete and utter waste of time. It'd be good for content, and I'd absolutely review it. But at this stage of the game, you're not going to change anybody's freedom of speech. They can think what they want to, and they can post it. They can get demonetized for it, depending upon the platform. I ain't gonna get mad at it. People are gonna do whatever it is that they want to do. My goal is to continue to talk about the things that I talk about to ensure that value reaches to the top. But situations like this is why, because I get people that ask me, why don't you do more collaborations? And, it's just because I just want to just create right here. I want to create the content. I want to be able to speak to my community, offering the best knowledge, the best education that I've come across to make my life better. I live my life half full as opposed to half empty. Yeah, I joke, I troll, I try to have fun as well. But at the same time, I'm not doing it from a hateful space. I'm doing it from a space that I really want people to improve. And speaking of improvement, did you guys know that I have a men's self-development community? Link to it down in the description box down below. We are getting absolutely active up there. and you should be a part of it. Click that link, beam up, and let's have a conversation. Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews and gmail.com. Last thought, I also think is interesting about all of this is that if you watch the trajectory of both Fresh and Myron, right? Myron has done things to get them demonetized. Fresh, or at least I can tell, doesn't agree with the mindset of Myron's things that inevitably got them demonetized, the KKK antics and like all of these different things. So, but it's interesting to watch how Fresh has to acquiesce to Myron because really, Fresh couldn't be a content creator on himself. I think he'd be a great person behind a camera, but he couldn't just do it on his own. So he has to submit to Myron's will and authority in what he wants to do with the platform since Myron is the revenue generator. So it's just interesting as you watch kind of their talking points and actions slowly drift over time where Fresh still talks about the woman thing and Myron is now, he's doing whatever it is that he's talking about. But all right, this video is getting too long. Drop me your comments down below and let's have a conversation. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.